So our kids are in the back. They're playing on the video game console, the Wii. They're playing Smash Brothers like a bunch of spoiled, rotten kids. But it's pretty awesome. This van comes with a 110 volt outlet. Comes with AV jack, so we were able to just plug the thing right in and displays on the two screens. So I've got Wally facing backwards, he can see the screen. My other kid's facing forward, so they can see the screen. They're all playing together and fighting and being upset and all that good stuff.
Okay, so the van we have is a 2010 Chrysler Town & Country minivan, and the two middle seats, the bucket captain's chairs, they are not stow and go, even though the back row is. The two middle ones, they are swivel and go, so you can swivel them around and lock them to face them backwards. And that's the whole reason I wanted this van, so they could face backwards, face each other, kind of like a little living room, you know, like to mimic a motorhome until I can get my own motorhome. Anyway, and but I had no idea that this van had two screens for movies, so even the kids facing backwards could still watch their movie. And we got this van a year ago in May, and in December, 7 months later, is when we got our Wii for Christmas. And was it around that time? That's when we found out that this van has AV jack, so you can play. You can play video games in the car. Obviously, we only do it on road trips. Not obviously, but that's what we've chosen to do. And our kids are pretty being spoiled.
And it's awesome for them, because then they're sitting there, they're playing, they're having a good time. It's a little more interactive than just watching, like, you get bored watching 2-3 movies in a row, and it's just like, oh. So that's a good one.
First world problems.
First world problems.
But even our little toddler right here, he gets to play. Look. Like, he gets to play on the screen. Yeah, this van is the best. I don't know.
It's been full of surprises. We've taken out the console to be able to store a whole bunch of extra stuff.
Yeah, because we just have more space that way.
The seats all pop out. The back ones stow. I mean,
yeah, so the back ones can stow, and these two captain's chairs in the middle, they don't stow, but they can be popped out pretty easy if you don't need them. And we had no idea. I guess all I wanted was the seats that face backwards, but this van also has under the ground storage right between the driver's seats and the middle row, because the seats don't stow and go, so we have that storage space under the seats. And I store so much stuff in there. I've got snacks and like a bag of extra clothes for the boys, just in case. I've got a big blanket, I've got lots of water bottles, and I'm sure I have a towel and a first aid kit, and I've just got a lot of stuff down there that is always good to have on hand, just in case. And there's just so many things that are like, it's like all the bells and whistles. This van is 7 years old, but I mean, even it's got all the knobbies and buttons for.
There we go. It's got the rear-facing mirror. It's got automatic sliding
so I can open my sliding doors, but this on-off button, it won't do it when you're driving. This on-off button, you can turn it off so that you can turn it to manual, because sometimes it's annoying to wait for it being, the door opens slowly. You could open it faster if it was manual, or you just don't want your kids pressing the buttons all the time. You can just press that little button and be like, okay, they don't work anymore, the buttons, you have to manually do it, open it. And you can do that obviously with the windows too.
And this van also has safety features like the rear view camera, and it's got the,
it's got a rear view.
the park assist, and it's got the
park
side
assist
view.
is so awesome. I had no idea it had that either. When someone's in your blind spot, there's a little red light that turns on. That little triangle. It blinks. It turns red.
Turns yellow.
Yellow. And that's really cool. And
Heated
then
seats.
not only the front two are heated, but the two captain's chairs in the middle are heated.
They're heated?
Yeah.
How?
They totally are. Right here.
You're kidding.
No, and I already mentioned this in a different video, but these two captain's chairs also have built-in boosters. Why don't they make that standard in all family vehicles?
It's so nice.
Any minivan, any SUV, just in case. It's not like it takes up any extra space. It does cost more money.
Speaking of which, how come we don't just put Wally in the back and then put one of our other kids in the booster?
We could, but I want Wally to be facing backwards.
Oh, fair enough. Safety. Safety first.
But I mean, it's got so many cool things. Even the rear AC and heat is separate from the front. Well, and passenger and driver's air control is also separate. And I mean, it tells you what direction you're going, the temperature, how many miles to empty, all those things. And obviously, it has a DVD player. The back row is you can recline the seats or sit more upright, and you can and these seats. So another difference between the stow and go minivans versus the swivel and go.
What's going on, boys?
Is that these two captain's chairs in the center are much more comfortable because. Sorry, I can't.
Hey, what's going on?
But they're not designed to fold into the ground, so they don't need to be compact and less padded. So these are more plush because they're not going to be folded into the ground, and they don't need to conserve space and save on padding. So they are more comfortable also. And they're obviously most minivans have the tinted windows, but we've got these sunshades on 4 of the windows. Yeah, sunroof that's automatic, garage door opener. Anyway, it's cool. It's but right now on the road trip, having the video game console is pretty awesome. I know you wish that you could play it right now. And the seats face backwards, which is my favorite part. And a huge reason I wanted the seats to face backwards is because I'm a foot zoner, and I wanted to be able to hop back there and zone my boys' feet. It's important to me, and so that is important to me. So I'm just glad I was able to do that. And I'm glad they still have these for sale. They don't make them anymore. This minivan with the seats that swivel backwards was only made in 2008, 2009, and 2010. It's only 3 years, and they are either Chrysler Town & Country or Dodge Grand Caravan, and it's mostly the limited trim, but a few come in lower trims, but the limited trims are the ones that have the built-in booster as well. Just FYI, in case you're looking. And maybe on another video I'll show you how you can tell just from pictures if you're looking online on Car Gurus or KSL or whatever, Craigslist. If you're looking at pictures, just by looking at the stitching on the seat, you can tell if the seats have the built-in booster or not. I learned that myself. I didn't read that anywhere. I spent enough time looking that I noticed the difference. And you can also tell right off the bat if the seats are swivel and go, if it has this little, what do you call it, part sticking out, because this is where the where the seatbelt attaches. It attaches part of the seat.
What is going on, Theo?
Instead of it being attached to
Should I take it away?
The body of the car.
Well, then play an easier guy, Theo.
And it's important to be able to notice that yourself, because
how come you guys can't?
I found I'd been looking for over a year for this specific type of vehicle with, you know, under my conditions that I wanted, like low miles and no rust on the bottom, you know, good mechanical condition. But the reason it's important to be able to tell yourself to distinguish if the seats face backwards yourself is because a lot of the people who sell them, the car dealers on used car lots, they don't know. They don't. Like, I would call and say, so just to confirm, your seats are swivel and go, and they're like, what? And some would say, no, they're not. Or they would check and say, no, I don't think so. I can't figure out how to swivel them, or I never heard of that. And I just heard lots of things. Oh, I've been in this business so long, I've never heard of that. And I would tell them, well,
Theo, you need to change it
the
to stop.
seatbelt is
That's why you
connected
guys keep losing.
to the seat.
Because every time Wally
And
dies,
if
it
you look
counts
down,
against
anyway,
you.
so I explained it to them.
Change it
and
to stop.
they're like, wow, you
Start
know more
over.
about this than I do. You should sell cars. And I'm
Okay,
like,
go to the options.
I've learned the vehicle I want, and I know what to look for.
Okay, that's
Anyway,
fine.
we love this. Kind of got a little long, rambling, but we're so glad we have this. If you have any questions,
Okay, go to the top, Theo.
I would love to do another video because I am passionate about this van. I know it's silly, but it's kind of like a mini dream. And someday I'm gonna get an RV, and this is just, you know, a little stepping stone to that, because it's fun. It's more social and more engaging. You know, we're not all just looking out the window, but we can face each other and create conversation and just more memories and more bonding with our family. And that's important to me. So I'm just really lucky and blessed that I was able to buy this van. My husband supported me in my eccentric, because, you know, quest, because I bought this van from Tennessee and had it shipped to Idaho. That's how much I wanted it.